About 2,000 Syrians have come to the U.S. in the past 4 years. President Obama has promised to take in 10,000 more next year. That's despite many governors saying they don't want them, including New Jersey's Governor Chris Christie. Paul Beeben went to New Jersey to meet one Syrian family who is settling there.
For most parents in America, children coming home from school is a precious but perhaps mundane moment. But Haitham and Khadija Halak aren't like most parents. They're Syrian refugees. And for them, these mundane moments, a normal day at school, a quiet dinner, are much more than precious. They're all they have.
When you left, what were you able to take with you?
Nothing.
We hurried the children to the car and we drove away.
That was a little more than 3 years ago, when the family fled the Syrian city of Idlib. There, Haitham had been a successful lawyer and Khadija a housewife, caring for the children, tending their 6-bedroom house. They were prosperous, happy, and ordinary, they say, until war came to Idlib and ripped that quiet life apart.
Where we used to live was a major clash point between the opposition and the regime. One day, we heard an indescribable, tremendous blast. A shell had hit our house's wall.
The Halaks moved more than once, but everywhere they went, fighting and fear followed. In September of 2012, they put the children in a car and drove to Turkey.
Every minute, at every hour, we were expecting to die. There was no choice but to leave.
It must have been terrifying.
Of course it was difficult, but sometimes circumstances are stronger than any decision.
The family stayed in Turkey for 2.5 years until they applied for refugee status with the United Nations. 6 months ago, the International Rescue Committee helped them settle in Elizabeth, New Jersey. Ayman Jouajedi emigrated from Syria with his parents 35 years ago. Today, he's a businessman living in Allendale, New Jersey. Since the Syrian war began in 2011, he's been doing everything he can to help, both here in the U.S. and in Syrian refugee camps.
It is a catastrophe in Syria. I mean, your heart will bleed. We sent so far about 27 containers to Syria. I visited the camps in northern Syria, give them generators, food, tents. I got them heaters in the winter. They were so happy.
Jouajedi is also helping the Halaks settle into their new home. Here, the family of 8 is squeezed into a tight 3-bedroom apartment. But the children are doing well in school, and 6-year-old Lubna, who has autism, is getting the help she needs. Haitham is trying to learn English and looking for work. The family makes ends meet with U.S. government support and donations from the local Syrian community.
Our thoughts are always with family and friends left behind. But thank God, we have a better life here in America.
A better life despite the angry talk about Muslims and refugees in the wake of the attacks in Paris and California. That talk has them worried.
People think Islam is a religion of terror, violence, and blood. No, Islam is not like that. God willing, we will work on that.
The children are already dreaming big. 11-year-old Ansam wants to be a pediatrician and someday return to Syria.
I miss my country, but I know here is better, he's safer here.
What do you want for your children?
Our goal is to provide them with a good education, to secure a good future for them, God willing.
Now, do you feel you're someplace safe where you can rebuild and have a new life?
In America, we feel there is justice. We feel we can improve our lives. God willing, we hope things will get better.
The Halaks aren't alone. On Sunday evening, they joined other refugee families at an Islamic cultural center in northern New Jersey.
Of course, I miss my country, but thank God we made sure our kids are safe.
They're all struggling, but all grateful to be anywhere but Syria. Paul Beeben, Al Jazeera, Elizabeth, New Jersey.